What I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. Bitcoin hasn't done this in 11 years, and it's about to flash a major signal that could knock you out of your chair right now. If you're new here, my name is Steve. I started in the stock market a little over 20 years ago, and I just made every mistake in the book. It was painful. And over the past 20 years, I figured out how to dominate this game. And that's why I'm here with you right now, to make sure that you don't make all the ridiculous and silly and painful mistakes that I did. We've been in crypto right here on this channel since 2017, and our main focus is to help you use your crypto to gain financial freedom. Hit that subscribe button right now. What you have in front of you is an Elliott wave theory. Now, what I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind, okay? And this is a chart that I showed you right here if you follow our channel 3 years ago, and it's playing out to the T. Those of you that saw this 3 years ago, comment down below. I want to see where you're at. What you see here is Bitcoin's entire history, all right? Bitcoin's entire history we can categorize into our 5 impulse wave move, okay? So what you typically see is this Elliott wave theory is based on these formations that happen, these moves, and it's based on market sentiment. It's based on a lot of human psychology. It's based on how humans interact with money, right? So basically the market will go up for a while, and when it goes down, everybody's wondering, where is that pivot point where it's going to move back up? Okay, and then it goes up for a while, and then we reach a bubble and the market goes down, and everybody's wondering, hey, where's that pivot point where it's going to stop going down and start going up? And the key is you would love to invest at the bottom of wave 2. Okay, that's what you would love to do. It would be the best opportunity of your life. What if I told you we could very well be incredibly close to wave 2 right now? Let me break it down to you. So there's 5 waves. There's a 5 impulse wave move in Elliott wave theory. And by the way, I'm not going to sit here and claim that I'm an Elliott wave master. These folks that are, they've been studying and really knee deep in it for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Okay. What I will tell you is that we like to keep it simple on this channel. I've been in the stock market for a little over 20 years. We know our way around the charts a little bit. And we showed you this chart 3 years ago, and we called for an A, B, C correction to play out. And that was a couple of years ago. Here we are a couple of years later. It's on point. Okay, so let me break it down with what we're expecting next, because that's the key. Now, with these waves, there are a couple rules that we need to keep in mind. Wave 2, which is this wave right here, cannot go retrace the entire wave 1, or it's null and void, right? Same with wave 4. Wave 4 cannot retrace the entirety of wave 3. The other rule is wave 3 can never be the shortest wave, and it's usually the longest wave. And by the way, if we're in wave 2 right now, wave 3 is next. Wave 3 is the glory wave. Wave 3 is the most powerful wave. It's usually where all the gains are made, right? And usually by wave 5, the market starts tailing off. We lose our momentum, and you can see just with your plain eye, without even a trained eye, you can see that wave 5 was substantially less powerful than wave 1 and wave 3. What you can also see is these corrective waves, right? Wave 2 and wave 4 were the bear market. Plain and simple, okay? So wave 1 and 3 and wave 5 were the bull runs, okay? Now, you may be wondering, well, please help us understand what happened here. After a 5-wave sequence, what sometimes will happen is an A, B, C correction. Now, we can break it down. We can get technical. There's some flat patterns and there's zigzags, and this happens to be a flat pattern, but we won't get too technical. We'll keep it relatively simple. Basically, this is kind of the flush out. This is kind of the reset button. Because we spent 5 waves going to the moon, we need this ABC to kind of build our base and build our structure for the next 5 waves. So basically, after the 5 waves, if you see an ABC correction play out, it's going to start a new 5-wave sequence. And what I'm telling you right now is that this wave 1 just completed, in my opinion. And again, this is not my opinion now or in the past week. We showed you this chart literally 3 years ago, right? So wave one happened from the bottom of this wave to the top of here. This is wave one. This is the start of our new 5-wave sequence. Wave one came up here and we're in our corrective wave, which is our bear market. We're here now, right? Now here's where it gets interesting. You can take the golden ratio here and apply it to understand where this pivot point is going to be. What's very cool is that here, this 50% retracement level, we just almost touched it, right? We were a little bit above here. So we corrected up here from wave one all the way down to wave two, and it brought us right to just about the 0.5 on the fib, right? You can take these moves to understand every single time we have a bear market, you can understand where that wave will likely stop and where the next wave will likely begin. The wave you really want to pay attention to is not here, because again, wave 5 is usually the weakest wave. A lot of momentum is lost. What you really want to pay attention to is the start of wave 3. That would be your absolute dream, to invest at the start of wave 3. And I believe we could be at the start of wave 3. Let me explain. So we talked about the fib level, the 0.5. If you look at where we're at and where we've corrected to, we're just above the 0.5. That's precisely where we were at the last wave 2. I believe that we're in wave 2 right now. And again, I will say this. Elliott wave theory, the reason I don't use it to trade is because it's really up for interpretation. You can show Elliott wave to 100 different humans that all claim to be experts, and they will draw it 100 different ways. But we keep it simple, and what we drew 3 years ago has played out to the T, which is why I want to show you here. And the reason why is we said repeatedly, keep watching for the next wave 3. That's where to invest. It'll be the best opportunity of your life. And we believe that wave 3 is about to begin. And there's another reason why. If you look at these bear markets, right? Wave 2 and wave 4 are these bear markets, right? Also the corrective wave A for the ABC. These waves, when you look at them and you dive into the details, you can see also, aside from pulling up the Fibonacci retracement, you can look at the RSI, right? And when we touch this white line, that's usually where the pivot point is for the next wave to begin. You can also see this top. The top of the market was wave 5. We have this corrective wave A. Where did it stop? It stopped right here at the bottom, precisely at the same white line where it stopped before, right? Now you can see where we're at now. So this corrective wave 2 that we believe we're in, we're right back here at the white line. This could be our sign, as well as right above the 0.5. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. Those of you that have followed our channel for a while, you're probably thinking, wow, I remember when Steve showed us this a couple years ago, and you probably didn't believe what I was telling you. But now here we are, a couple years later, and I believe we're at the start of wave 3. There are a couple things that can cause us some turmoil, right? We have a couple problems in the charts, mainly some of our recent closes, right? We have this bearish engulfing candle on the yearly that's potentially playing out. We have this bearish engulfing candle that just played out on the 6-month chart. And we had this gravestone doji on the 6-month chart, which told us a trend reversal was coming over a year ago, which we covered right here on the channel a year ago. Those things are legitimate. We've got to pay attention to them. They're very serious. That doesn't mean we cannot go into a wave 3 next. Okay? Wave 3, it might start out, a little bit troublesome, like it did back here, right? Where it took us a while. You can see the market bottomed. We went sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. We went sideways, and the market became incredibly boring. And then wave 3 really took off. It could be the same thing playing out here, where we have a market bottom, we go sideways for a whole bunch of months. The market is at a standstill. Everybody loses interest, and then we start wave 3. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. I think it's fairly fascinating. And again, I do not claim to be an Elliott wave expert. I haven't been doing it for 40 years. I'm not even 40 years old, but I do love the charts. I wanted to read this to you like a book so you can take it for what it's worth. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you right back here on the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.